I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
But how? The trash wasn't open.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
I better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry, but why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friendship!
It's my fucking bro, isn't it?
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right?
But knowing what we know, I can't even...
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
It's my boy!
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Please!
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
A green track jacket.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
But I didn't find the jacket. But I don't have any information on it.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Oh.
I don't even have a tracksuit. 'Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
What he? Wait! No! This is my fucking boy!
First of all, we know where he was on his way to go so next we have, why did he choose the
What do you mean, the specific track?
I got it! He picked that. It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying? The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Oh my god.
Shoot!
Oh, I'm gonna fucking die.
First of all, we know where he was on his way. So next we have to... Why did he choose...
What do you mean,
I got it! He picked that. It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what's your... The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
No,
But he was wearing a
wrong.
green tracksuit.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said... She never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you... You just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue?
My boy really did it. Did my boy really kill her?
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Oh no. That was my boy.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
But because I'm
sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only possibility! Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
Walked past me? Bro, come on.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
He was waiting.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Yeah.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
The way he was acting?
There was a certain maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happen to refer to him as dude.
No!
Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
Are you kidding me? There's no way.
You noticed?
Are you a witch? She's a witch!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
What do you have?
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Can you do something useful?
Jeez, did your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist. Here it is.
What is that?
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Please, please don't be Bondo. Please, please. It's Chihiro's?
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
But it's
I
not
imagine
broken.
the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence.
But they
after
can't
the
break
murder.
it. Monokuma said they're indestructible.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
The Dumbo? By hitting its weak point? What am I doing?
Shoot!
I'm so stupid.
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip. But I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession,
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Huh? You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
No! They were in the sauna! Fuck! No.
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Mono's the only one fully clothed. Fuck. You're the only one fully clothed. I didn't want to suspect my boy.
Yeah, 'cause I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
No!
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Wow, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
Dude,
That is a
come on.
mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
But I do.
I might know someone who did.
Are you kidding me?
Whoa, seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
More clothes in the sauna. Come on, man.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What?
Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I didn't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. The card reader?
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's then that proves that what—
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
I fucking missed.
See? Look, Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
I'm sure Mondo's handbook broke sometime during the sauna shutdown. Oh, the card reader.
Let's test Makoto's. If what he said, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's then that proves that what—
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Makoto was wrong. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Come on.
Let's test if
This is
what
what I
he
hate
said,
about
you
this
broke
game. I have to
your
like
own
shoot the
handbook.
words,
In
man.
other words, if Mondo's then that proves that what—
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all.
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Oh my god. I hate this.
Let's test if what he said,
You broke your own handbook.
In other words, if then that proves that—
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Oh! That was not it?
Shoot!
Oh, I was so sure that was
Let's
it.
test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what—
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Wait, what?
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all.
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Wait.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he said, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if then that proves that what—
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
I fucking hate this game.
See? Makoto was wrong. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
I'm trying to shoot the words and I can't shoot the
Let's test
words.
if what he said, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if then that proves—
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Like, the words are in the
See?
way,
Makoto was
man.
wrong. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Let's test if what he says you broke your own.
In other words, if Mondo's then that proves that what
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
No, that's wrong.
Dude, I literally, like, I think I shot that first. Did I miss? I have to recheck the
Mondo,
footage.
the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's. Yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch.
What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Oh god. Alright. Chihiro saw Celeste. With this. And then she was quickly in a hurry with the blue tracksuit. When we went to the room, oh god. Come on. This one doesn't have a dumbbell. So it must have been... They went in with their key card. No, this was in the locker. They got in. Not the sauna though. They got their notebook and headed in. Or maybe this makes a little more sense. Wait, this is Mondo's hand, right? And then as Chihiro was inside of the locker room, Mondo was the one with the dumbbell behind her? Or behind him? Or rather this one. Yeah, because he would lift the dumbbell, go to murder him with this, and the blood would fall all over. He would then need to just swap out the rugs. Or fake the blood, what the heck? I'm getting so confused. There's a lot going on. make the blood loss with his fingers probably after. But this implies that he picked up the body. I don't understand. We put up the new poster, I guess? This doesn't make sense here. Like, this makes more sense, but he needs time to write the message as well. And with this, with the new key card, he would have dropped his in the hall? I guess? Then he moved Chihiro's body to the girls' locker room. And then Byakuya noticed it in the girls' room. And he... Surely he didn't write the... Did he really write the message? Ew, that's disgusting. Are you kidding me? What's your problem? Wait. Oh, right, because he tampered with the body. So he probably bought the rope. Because he's a freak. And then he... Did he write the message on the wall? Oh, he's freaking weird. Oh, Byakuya probably wrote the message on the wall because he's a freaking weirdo. Which would imply that they swapped the posters. And then he threw it. The killer ran into the sauna, where he threw the handbook in the sauna. So this shouldn't go here. In fact, this goes here. So he used the key card to open the door. Because that makes the most amount of sense. Okay, let's review the footage. So, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse where there was a blue tracksuit. Then Chihiro was in a hurry to meet somebody and then headed over to the girls' locker room. Does that make sense? But he was a boy. No, he was heading to the boys' locker room, where he signed his keycard in. He then saw Mondo, and Mondo realized that he was weak. That's when Mondo picked up the dumbbell and went to go kill Chihiro with it, hence the stain on the dumbbell. He then dropped the dumbbell after killing Chihiro, changed the rugs because the rugs were from the girls' room to the guys' room. And in addition to the rugs, he also changed the posters, because they got blood on it. Yeah. Wait, but he also has Leon's notepad as well. He then took his keypad because he's dead and scanned it in. And then he left the body in the girls' room because everyone thinks Chihiro is a girl. Then Byakuya somehow finds the corpse and then decides to make it like Genocide Jack for fun. And then he does some weird stuff because he's a weirdo. In which Mondo at the same time headed to the sauna and threw out the... whatever this is. The school ebook. Right?
The killer is you! First,
Surely, right?
Let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag.
Well, we know that she is he now.
That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Wait, what? Oh, it's the other way around? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, I messed up. Yeah,
I
do wanna
refuse to
it
give
another
up
shot.
yet!
Oh, it must have been the key card before the thing. Oh, oops.
She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, the blood got on the poster. I'm so fucking stupid.
The killer is you!
Surely, right?
And attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet, then removing the bloody poster.
Oh, what? The dumbbell? Oh, this one. Wait, didn't I just have this one? Yeah?
Here's exactly what happened.
The dumbbell?
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet, then removing the bloody poster.
Oh, really? Oh, what the f... And then the door? Wait, I'm so confused. I'm really I'm absolutely butchering this case.
The killer is you!
Are you kidding me?
Here's exactly what happened.
But it's not the ebook. It can't be.
Which is why then removing the...
What the f... Oh my god. I don't actually know. I gotta think about this. Yeah? Or the poster. I think maybe the poster.
The killer is you! Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. Then, removing the bloody poster. And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out.
Damn.
Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
So is my boy gonna argue with me now?
Wait! No, this can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah, where's your evidence? You need evidence! You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. A new element has been added to the bullet time battles. Sure. Fever time and nega time. During a bullet time battle, if you press the space key, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, you will push the buttons at random and won't miss. So if you push yada yada yada, it will destroy the opponent's verbal assault. But it only lasts until your focus gauge runs out. Oh, I see. If only you got access to social time? Nega time, your opponent can also use. The bullet time battles, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite tough to hit the opponents in rhythm. If you were to activate fever time during nega time, oh, never mind. Okay. Sure. Interesting. So what is this, right click then left click?
Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! False! I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence!
Oh wait.
I won't listen! False! You're corrupt!
This is the nega time, right?
Show me some evidence!
This should prove it!
Oh, interesting. The nega time is like I can't actually
If my
see the
thinking
beat.
so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Oh.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
Bro, is that really a B? Like, I literally got like a F for some of these. I'm gonna say that was not a deserved A. I'm just gonna let you know. I mean, I'm thankful for the coins, but...
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Damn, it's really my boy? Wow, it really is my boy.
What?
Oh my gosh. Yes, so the Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Owada. Damn.
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. Damn. I refuse to believe it. There's no way. No way he could have killed someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? 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 Why did you do it?
Now then.
Looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of the murder this time, it's a sad story of two men.
Ha!
Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the control key to fast forward the text. Let's hear it out. Anyways, there was once a young boy. His name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and bury himself further and further into that weakness. And taking on to that fragile form of a petite young girl, he had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will say anything about even though you're a boy. No matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken deep root inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex did not disappear, instead it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak.
Once the killing game had begun at the school, he had no choice but accept his fate. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely hatred Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secret. Of course, which included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I will more than willing to indulge. Or divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't actually let anyone find out, no matter the cost. Even if it was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured out being thrusted into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry.
I don't want to talk about it. Not right now.
But...
But I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. I must try the best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to
I'm gonna
change.
get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough to accept when somebody says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay, I'll get better. Wait, did he say that? With that thought in his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day he made a commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only time he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But then he went to tell that person his secret first, and then ask him to help him from there. And that person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yep, sure it was. The biker gang Bella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that, Even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret.
Uh-huh.
Plus, Mr. Macho Mundo was a very symbol of that strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will give me some courage. And so, went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration. And he thought that with Mondo's support, would he ever be able to come close to that?
Correct.
So then he must have been... Oh, so then that must be why Mondo did what he did. To keep the promise he made to Chihiro. What? Promise? To be strong? Huh? What did he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, exactly. That's what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. I think the real purpose was to keep the promise between men he made to Chihiro.
But...
What? How does moving bodies keep his body secret?
Because
if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would be arguing on how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so... He tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see? Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed. Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, the guys crushed at each other, right? So why? Why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone.
You're wrong!
It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat
How many
myself.
times must I repeat myself? To judge someone based on their own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well then, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, the secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother? No, man. The ultimate biker gang leader makes all the hoodlums and ripoffs around the country tremble. But in order to do that, to be the leader, and his brother would have been the leader at the time, right? But the only reason he had a chance to join a biker gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was actually his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust out of respect. He wanted to measure up to his brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the star-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang, and before anyone knew it, had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, numbered in 1 in the gang, and his number 2, his younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy, but when Mondo started to think about who would take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw at Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya's created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that just to make our gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers from the other members of the gang, which is why
I
gotta get stronger than Daya. Once, just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. On the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him into a street race. During that race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with his reckless abandon, eager for victory, dashed into oncoming traffic, but suddenly... Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I effed up, sorry. Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Cause it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth from what happened from everyone else in the gang in order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that his own weakness that caused the accident, and as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Daya was gonna lose his big brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That was the explanation for what explained what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I just... Yeah.
Strong. And yet, as soon as the killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely, hateful Monokuma announced the announcement of the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. And at that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother worked so hard to create would have been destroyed. His death and guilt I've been carrying all around, it would have been for nothing. So that's why Mondo. Afterward, I saw Monokuma had on me. My head filled with some kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure about what to think or what to say, but after a while, the fuzziness, uneasiness, it turned itself into a hard lump of anxiety way down to my stomach. And right around then, that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus!
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why are you telling me now all of a sudden?
Huh?
Because, I mean, you kept the secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I want to change. Wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of myself forever. His words hit like a knife in my gut. It felt like exposing the lie I've been living myself. I have to change. I didn't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma may tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
I was jealous. Jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness to try to overcome it. It was the kind of strength I never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you effing with me right now?
No!
No, I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back and let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
Damn
Why did you
you!
have to tell me that? Are you trying to rub my failure on my face?
I
No,
just wanted to...
I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I am strong. I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a bitch!
Stronger than Daya. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up, he was laying right at my feet covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand and I was just staring at him down at the ground. Hey.
I
killed him.
I killed Chihiro.
I killed Chihiro.
Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He had that weak side from everyone, and that was his secret. A secret like that lived in his heart, like his, and it turned him into cold-blooded. God damn it. Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret, for a past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free from his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Did you see hope anywhere in there? Because I sure don't. You bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bee. Go ahead and say that again. I dare you.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately, I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing?
It can't be.
You mean execution?
Well now,
That's what I promised you, right? The black one will disturb the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For Awada, the ultimate biker gang leader. No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I said wait.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Will he get run over with bikes? Oh, Monokuma with a spiky hair. Delinquent hair, Monokuma. The Cage of Death. So how does he go out? And so what? The fluids ran to his head? Where did his body go? Did he get electrocuted until he got burned? Mondo butter? What the heck? So he just got melted? Laugh at death, and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. My brother. Another murder, another execution. I want to feel it again. Everyone's lives are being taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. But he, of course, had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game? Byakuya?
What is this?
You're completely insane, you know? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do. Because this is a game of life or death.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have any response except that.
However.
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the bottom... Oh, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored our nighttime rule too? That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late when I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mono coming out of the girls' locker room. After he was gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse.
What?
You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well...
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But if that was the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time. The answer would have been revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Tokyo, you decided to use that to create a fake murder scene.
But
Damn, if I hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye. I can feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone it never did. And I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Hey, what's up? Hey, Byakuya. That wasn't me that blamed you. I would never blame you for doing any crimes. You know, because, you know, you're in it for the love of the game. You would never, never outright murder someone, you know?
Interesting.
Once I decided to become the Blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for. What?
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey,
There was something I'd like to ask you, Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next.
you...
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. It's this punishment and all this despair, it's a gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I'm not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope into despair.
Damn.
What do you mean?
Huh?
Mean? Mean? Mean.
What the heck?
Mean.
Damn it!
Good grief. I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever. It doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me.
Ooh,
Double son of
how
a double family. Truly, you
exciting!
understand me. I think that's a sort of some terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would have never stooped to the level of a childish criminal like you. Just let me say this. After I achieve complete victory, you're up next. I'm gonna find you and kill you, understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all
Ooh,
riled
you're so
up!
cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mode for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I'll kill you. Ooh, temper. Sounds like someone needs a little nap. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the curtains closed in the case of Chihiro Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that kind of felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt more like amounted to nothing at all. It felt like the worst kind of despair. Huh? Who's
Well,
this?
anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part.
What?
You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right?
Who was Monokuma talking to?
Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one more thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
Ooh, my, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole.
A 16th student?
And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
What? Interesting. Who could be in cahoots with Mr. Monokuma? Headmaster Monokuma. Wow. I would have never expected my boy to do it. I'm actually so sad that my boy got the murder. Wow. And I get his coat. That's kind of messed up. I will save this on this try. Maybe this one, because I don't think I missed anything. Huh. Alright, so I guess since we saved our file, I think that should end our run then. Yeah. Okay. Well, once again, thank you guys so much for watching my Danganronpa run so far. I'm a little shocked that Mondo did it. I'm gonna be honest. I would have never expected my boy to do something like that, but here we are, right? Otherwise, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comments, and subscribe. I'm just a little shocked, that's all. I'm gonna need a couple days to process that my boy's the killer. So, alright, yeah, no, thank you guys so much for watching. Alright, take care, bye.